I'll try to elaborate on that. My take is, in this time of change, like with the pandemic and also the, let's say, half financial crisis that we went through due to the pandemic, it's very important not to forget that the world will continue, right? So in those times, we tend to think everything is going to change, everything is not going to be like it was before. But this is true up to an extent, because as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, we always need to think that there's going to be a future. The focus of majority of people is in the emergency, right? The entrepreneur needs to think a bit ahead of the curve, because the new day will come, and the kind of the mess, right? And just have to invest and to go ahead and to never stop thinking laterally on how the world will gonna evolve. It's gonna be different from the present, for sure, but there is going to be a future. So we need to invest now, when also opportunities are around, when maybe we will rebound, humanity will continue to have needs and goals and things they want to do. So it always pays off to look ahead of the, let's say, ahead. What we learned, especially from the pandemic, is that flexibility and adaptability is something extremely important. So instead of focusing a lot on what we know how to do, we started looking a bit more closely to what our clients want from us, right? So, of course, we never need to forget our, origin, our core, the things we know how to do best. But try as much as possible to listen to clients, to customers, to partners, so that basically we're able to really cater to those needs. For instance, right now, especially in Dubai, during the pandemic, there was a lot of talk, Dubai is finished, Dubai thrives in a connected world, it's going to be different, it's going to be, the whole world is going to be balkanized. But at the end of the day, we see that it's not like that. And it's true that a lot of people left Dubai, but if you look at what kind of people left Dubai and what kind of, let's say, layer in the population left Dubai, and instead what other people are coming here, then you can fine-tune your offering to these people who are actually coming here. Because a lot of ultra high net worth individuals, the 0.1%, is actually noticing that in Europe, in the States, and in other countries, things maybe they're not going as good as they could go, and they see what happens here, how the situation is under control, and how the government is really looking ahead to 2040 and new objectives and new goals, and you can actually see that these people really want to come here. So instead of preparing for people leaving, it's like, look, people are coming here. What do they want when they come here, right? So listening to this, we are able to fine-tune our offering and give them what they want, right? 6 to 12 months is consolidate the team that we have in the different verticals. So we have different verticals, which is the company formation, the investment products, and the concierge, what we call like the very bespoke offering that we give to high net worth individuals. And we want to consolidate in different companies and having the right people in the right jobs for these companies. So right now is a lot of investing in our people and in getting the right people in the company. Well, a big topic is underneath a lot of kind of investments, which is inflation. Most likely the inflation will not appear as price inflation, but more as asset price inflation, meaning we have a lot of liquidity in the markets, and as people noticed during the pandemic, there are some asset class which really like shooted up, right? So we're talking bitcoins, we're talking tech stocks, we're talking about this. So I think any portfolio right now needs to look at these growth, explosive sectors, not to invest all in them, but at least to have an exposure in them, because if you have asset classes that get 10x or 20x, you as an investor cannot afford to be left out and just have fixed income products, even though maybe they are rich fixed income products. So with the money we invest, we always try to look at this explosive asset class and make sure we have some exposure to them.